When I started this series, I really just wanted to talk about my my artistic process and my emotional connection to art and how the people in my life affect that. But I haven't talked much about life outside of art or outside of my own head. And sometimes something comes along that is just so big that it can block out all the other stuff and just sit there in front of you, denying anything else, any time in your mind. Obviously, I'm an artist. I'm also an artist in Oakland, California, and specifically in the Fruitvale district. And I live in a warehouse, and I have for 20 years. It's the life that I know, and it's where I ended up through my own choices and by chance. And I'm aware that it's not your usual way to live, and that to many people it's foreign and unthinkable. But foreign and unthinkable to me is living in a condo and commuting to a desk every day. And on a Friday in early December here, the world just split open. And I'm not going to talk about the fire, other than to say it's affecting my peers and my community and the people that I love in a very real and very irreversible way. And the grief is widespread and palpable. And just days after this horrible event, the media has turned their lens on us, and there's just a hurricane of negative buzz and of judgment. And warehouses of artists are being harassed and scrutinized or displaced, and our way of life is under attack. And I think it speaks volumes of the way that artists are viewed in this country. Everything has to be monetized and measured in some sort of standardized version of success. And as soon as one of us manages to, quote, make it, unquote, everyone loves them and praises them and drops their name at parties and on first dates. But until then, we're just the working poor. And people say, get a job, you know? And a lot of us have. And our art can suffer for that. Because it's hard to have a full-time job and be an artist. Because art is a full-time job, if you love it. And I'll never be able to give it up. I'd rather die frozen underneath an overpass than ever live without my studio immediately within reach of where I'm sleeping. And I think a lot of others feel the same way. And maybe you don't understand what I'm getting at, but if you don't, let me spell it out for you. Artists have immense value, and we're also underappreciated a lot of the time. But without us, the world is just beige stucco and $6 cups of coffee and bad TV. And right now there are an awful lot of us that are heartbroken, and we need the support of the greater community, not just to be the grief du jour. Our work is a gift to the world, and beyond the gratification that I personally get from creating art, in reality, I made it for you. And I wish that you loved it like I do. Or at least care enough to want to make sure that artists everywhere can keep creating and inspiring without having to be afraid of not having a safe roof above their head. I don't really have the answers to all of this, just some ideas. But I think that more people need to be thinking about this and talking about it in a productive way. Because a witch hunt is just going to leave us all lacking when it's over.